What is up, everybody? Man, 2026. Hey, it's Matt with Ranked Up with Matt, formerly known as, or AKA, Anchors Away Junk Removal and Hauling, which, hey, we still rocking the hoodie. We're still out there getting jobs. It might not be me all the time, but we're still getting jobs. And I'm also working a regular job. You know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. But the video, I know, huge thumbs down, a lot of hate for not making a video in over 3 months. Hey, sometimes life, you have to take care of that first before you could do your thing. And I can't be selfish. I have to take care of some personal stuff, but everything is great. Everything is going on schedule. We are back. You know, I don't even know if I should say we're back. I'm just going to take it one day at a time, one video at a time, and kind of take my own advice because I've been a mess lately. But I just wanted to start fresh 2026, start making videos again. We'll start with this one and go from there. So I hope everything that you wanted to accomplish in 2025, you were able to accomplish. And if you didn't, and man, that's all right too, right? So 2025, you can't change the past. You can't go back and say, man, I wish I would have, I could have, and all this, right? And tomorrow is not promised. So you have today. Today is the best day to start what you want to start. You make your goals. Make the small goals, the achievable goals that you want. Make the long-term goals that, for later on. But start knocking out your goals. Small ones build momentum. Momentum gets you rolling for the new year. But like I said, tomorrow's not promised. We can't wait and hope that we have tomorrow. And we can't rely on the past other than to learn from history. So we got to roll with today and making your dreams come true starting today, right? There's always one day I'll do this and one day I'll do that and one day this and one day that, right? Or today is day one. Let's start today, day one of your new journey, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, and you're watching this, hot dog cart, entrepreneurship, junk removal, man, it's whatever your dreams are. Because there's people out there hustling, man. I saw a meme the other day. Is that how you say a meme? Or is it a meme? Or is it a me? I don't, the one with the Michael Jordan crying face and a meme, right? On Facebook. Right. I saw one the other day, right? That says, don't let a crackhead out hustle you, right? A crackhead will do whatever they got to do to get high, right? And if you're a previous user, I don't mean to offend anybody, but all I'm saying is no job, no money. A crackhead's going to find a way to get some crack, right? You got to find a way to become successful. You got to want it more than you want to breathe, right? Pastor Thomas, right? E.T. Have you ever heard E.T. before? Eric Thomas. Man, I'll tell you what, I used to listen to him all the time. He got me through some really dark times. And I've dealt with a lot of stress and anxiety and failures in my life and almost like a PTSD from the military, because nobody gives a shit about you once you get out of the military, right? But while you're in the military, you have all these resources, you have all your friends, you have, so much, right? And I have, I would say I'm fortunate enough to have that life of when I was active duty as a Marine. And I would never go back and change anything. I would love to go back and experience that same thing, because I was setting the groundwork for success for life after. But then when you get out, you're lost. You don't know, and I still get lost sometimes. Sometimes I still get lost and I still don't know where I'm at or what I'm doing in life, right? I don't have dementia. I don't have Alzheimer's. What I'm saying is I get lost in my head and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing, right? It's sad. It gets lonely, but That's why I believe truly that entrepreneurship, making new challenges, achieving new goals, those things kind of help with life after so long in the military, right? And that's any branch. It's hard to transition, and everything they teach you when you do transition is a check in a box. You have to take it upon yourself, because nobody will look after yourself more than you will, right? You always got to be searching and educating yourself and doing all the right things that you could possibly do to better for your future. Even though we just know that we have right now and today's day one, and what you may have experienced in the past can only help you learn to go into the future, even though tomorrow is not promised, right? I probably sound like a damn recording, right? And I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker. I'm just telling y'all straight from the heart, what's in my gut, that that you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, regardless if your past was military, maybe you were in prison, maybe you were in jail, maybe you didn't have the right upbringing, and everybody's counting you out, right? Everybody's counting you out. Well, you ain't got nowhere else to go but up. I know a guy that I talked to probably like 2 weeks ago. He's homeless. He's living on the street. He ain't, not sure where his next meal's coming from, not sure about anything, right? But he told me that he still keeps a positive attitude, because he knows that one day he's going to make it again. He's going to get back on the horse. He's going to ride off, and he's going to make it, right? So even the guy that's sleeping underneath the overpass, that has nothing, literally nothing. I think he had a shopping cart, some blankets, a coat, whatever. But he has that positive mental attitude where he knows he's going to start, building something soon, and he's going to get out of this rut that he's in. That's all of us, right? That's all of us. And in my past videos, I talked about life changes every 90 days. Man, I'll tell you what, life changes. If you think about how your life was 3 months ago, it's different today, right? You got to set a goal. I know somebody that set a goal that they wanted to join the military, but not just any branch. They wanted to be a United States Marine, right? They wanted to be the proud. That is not something to take lightly, right? That is a goal that you have to work up until the point that you get to recruit training. You have to accomplish small personal goals before you can get there, right? Because if you go into something like the Marine Corps unprepared, right, it's an ass kicker, right? I remember telling my grandfather one time that I'm going to join the Marines, and I'm going to go in the military, and I'm going to make something of myself. He said, why? I said, I'm tired of everybody telling me what to do. And I got to boot camp, and everybody told me what to do. And I was like, shit, everybody's telling me what to do. But you know what? In life, we need a structure. We need a structure. We need to build a foundation, right? I pray a lot, but I also know that when I pray about things, that I can't just pray and let it go, right? I got to pray, and then there's actions I need to take. You need to take action for what it is that you want in life. And I just noticed that's a field across the street from where I'm at right now. Man, that looks really beautiful. But ADD, right? Anyway, you got to take action. You can pray. You can have people help you along the way. But if you don't take action for yourself, and I know this might sound horrible to some people, but you got to be selfish in life at some point to get where you want to be. Because if you can set yourself up, then you're setting your family up. You're setting up your kids. You're setting up generations after you with the dedication and the hard work to what it is that you're trying to achieve. Your kids are watching everything that you do. Hell, kids that are not blood, they're watching what you do. When you're at work, everybody's watching what you do. You got to be able to do the right thing when nobody's looking, and start taking those steps towards what your dreams, your goals are, right? So we're going into 2026, clean slate, right? Clean slate. The world is yours. You can have whatever it is in life that you want. It's up to you to take advantage of the time that you have on this earth. Set yourself up a strong foundation, because without that foundation, like a house, if the house has a weak foundation, the house will collapse. Set yourself up. Stop thinking that you can start at the top of the ladder when you really need to start at the bottom. Figure it out. Work your way up. You ever get knocked back down, you can work your way back up. Never say never. We got this. We're going to do it together in 2026. I'm so happy I got to finally make a video. For a long time, I didn't know if I was going to make another video. I didn't really know where I was at in my life, other than my personal life is going pretty well. I just know that we got to take it a step at a time. We got to do the things for ourselves first before we can help others. One thing I did find in the last few months that's helped me was when I'm down and I'm feeling, terrible, or I'm just having a bad day, being able to, because I've had the foundation in the past, help somebody else out. Volunteer at the food bank. Donating coats. Doing Toys for Tots. Doing these things for others puts that feeling back in me, that fire in me, where I'm like, you know what? Why am I down on myself, man? I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. I need to build the momentum. But hey, highs and lows, it ain't just me. It might be you. We all go through highs and lows in life. We just got to learn to navigate. And if there's anything for 2026, my mantra for 2026 is be comfortable being uncomfortable. Okay? Never going to get a 10 out of 10 yeses on estimates, right? Never going to go through the next 90 days and everything is perfect, right? I know that. So my goal and my mantra for 2026 is, one, I'm doing it day one, video number one, goal number one. I'm taking it one step at a time, right? And I'm just going to go from here. Not making any false promises, not doing anything crazy. I'm just going to make it one day at a time. Instead of saying one day I'm going to do this, today I'm going to wake up and say, today I'm going to do this, and it's going to lead to day number 2. So for right now, I'm back on YouTube. I feel like if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. I'm in a good place. I think I can make more videos. And if you have suggestions on what you would like, but being a prior service, retired Marine, all right, once a Marine, always a Marine. I want to incorporate the Marine Corps into my videos, military service into my videos, entrepreneurship. Junk removal is not dead. I just haven't talked about it a lot. I haven't shared so much. But junk removal is still alive and well, still making money, still crushing, and at that, right? Still working another job. It's like quit your 9 to 5 to start your business. Sometimes you got to take a step back and do a 9 to 5 to get your business. I just have very lofty goals, lofty expectations for myself. I have to do what I have to do for myself to get where I want to go. You should do the same thing. Do whatever it takes. Don't let a crackhead outwork you. Hey, until the next video, Happy New Year. It's good to be back. Don't forget to like and share, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And until then, peace.